What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna make this video about mass vaccinations and why I don't believe there's a one size fits all when it comes to this whole agenda that's being pushed right now. So, as you might know, if your head's not buried deep in the sand, they got vaccine passports rolling out in other countries as well as ours, including some of our government jobs are starting to require it. New York City is basically requiring proof of vaccination to go to a damn restaurant. So California as well. And then you got sporting events that are also requiring that I think I just read an article today. It was the Raiders are now requiring proof of vaccination or, well, I guess proof of vaccination, or you can get jabbed at the game to go in. So yeah, this is what it's coming down to. The thing with mandates, I mean, if you wanna go ahead and believe that the vaccine is gonna keep you safe, then that's up to you. You can go ahead and do that. But trying to mandate it like there's a one size fits all for the entire world is ridiculous, in my opinion. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. There's they're beginning to split society into two tiers. You get the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. And for the most part, I would say everyone I talk to, even vaccinated or not, they're not pushing for mandates. But you do have a good chunk of people who are, and they're afraid, and they think that just because they wanted to get the vaccine that others should follow suit. And I think this is nonsense. I think this is a little ridiculous. A little ridiculous is an understatement. This is outrageous. This is medical tyranny at its finest. I mean, we have the right to choose what we want to put into our bodies, and the government is basically telling us we don't, slowly but surely. You're gonna cast anyone who doesn't want the jab out of society. They're not gonna be able to, I mean, I'm cool with not traveling. I'm cool with not going to a restaurant, not going to a movie theater, not going to these indoor facilities where the masses like to gather on the weekends to drown out, I don't know, to distract themselves. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm cool with making that a thing of the past. However, it's soon going to be vaccines to go into a grocery store. And it's soon going to be vaccines to work here. So when you start doing that to people, it becomes something completely different. You're casting people out of their ability to live a regular life because they choose not to be vaccinated with an experimental vaccine, mind you. So yeah, it's a little outrageous. It's a little scary what's going on. I'm not trying to push fear. I just think people need to be ready for this. You need to stop pushing it away and acting like it's not. Oh, it doesn't affect me. I'm already vaccinated. Well, what about your friend who strongly believes in not getting vaccinated? How are you gonna feel when he's cast out of society? Or your kids? Do you want your kids to grow up in a world like that where they're forced to take a shot every year to maintain their current vaccination status? That's what's gonna happen. You think it's, if I get 2 vaccines, then I'm fully vaccinated, then I'm good to go, then I can travel. Then no, it's gonna be every single year you need your booster shot. And if one year you get sick and you decide, hey, you finally connect the dots and you're like, hey, I don't want any more vaccines. I'm starting to feel pretty bad from the last one, so I don't want to do it. Bam, there goes your vaccination status. So you went and got 4 or 5, however many it led up to that. You went and got all those vaccines just to have your vaccination status revoked because you didn't want to get a 5th one. because you didn't want to get that booster shot. So this is essentially, this is what it's coming down to. And you just got to be prepared for it. You got to be ready to protest, and just say no. You got to say no. You got to stop complying with this stuff. The more you give, the more they take. You give an inch, they take a mile, and they will not give it back until the people start standing up for their rights and their freedoms. I mean, let's talk about diets. So there's no one size fits all diet, right? Like I myself, I eat a keto diet. I eat meat and fat and some vegetables, but I don't necessarily believe that that's the ideal diet for everyone, and I don't think that everyone would function optimally like that. Some people have food allergies. Some people just do better on a vegan diet. Hey, if you want to be a vegan, go right ahead and be vegan. If it works for you, it works for you. But just like there's no one size fits all vaccine, there's no one size fits all diet. And what if someone's allergic to nuts or allergic to whatever? And you're like, hey, we all need to eat this one diet, and it involves eating nuts. They're going to have a reaction. And if the whole world is forced to do that, there's going to be a large number of people that have reactions and maybe even death that comes from that. So, what about the vaccine? There's also a large amount of people that are having reactions and that are dying from it. So let's not forget about that. Let's keep the bigger picture in mind. Not everyone wants to take this vaccine, and there's a lot of people that are, hey, they're not. I've talked to a couple people personally who say they're not back to 100%. They got the vaccine months ago. They're still not 100%. So that's where we're heading. It's a two-tier society in the making. In my opinion, I think it could ultimately be genocidal. Is if you're stopping regular human beings from being able to work, from being able to shop at a grocery store, and also from being able to enter a gym. 3 things that you need. And the gym, I want to emphasize the gym, is if people can't go work out, or they don't have access to activities or machines that allow them to be in their healthiest state and at their highest frequency, then they're going to get sick as well. So it's not cool what's going on. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that subject. Just be ready for that. Keep your vibration high. I'm not trying to spread fear. That's absolutely what I'm not trying to do. I'm just trying to raise awareness, trying to get people aware, get them thinking about what's going on. Don't be afraid. Don't ever be afraid. The powers that be, they feed off that fear. The more you're afraid, they just gobble that shit right up. So stay vigilant. Keep your eyes peeled. Be aware of your surroundings. Know what's going on. Follow what's going on around the world. Support people who are speaking the truth, because, as you know, the censorship's getting pretty crazy. And one day you could wake up and everyone that you follow that was speaking the truth could be taken off the internet. Or hell, one day you could wake up and the internet could be off completely. So if you find yourself depending on this internet, then you should also consider that too. You gotta learn to be independent and not be so reliant upon these structures. I know it's easier said than done. Like I don't really have any means to just go out and grow my own food and raise my own livestock. So yeah, I'm still dependent on the system, which is kind of scary to think about, but start preparing now. Make sure you're stocking up on food, water, in case whatever gets thrown our way, you're ready for it. If you don't want to believe what I'm talking about, that's up to you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then feel free to check out another video or go do something else. But I'm speaking for the people who know what I'm talking about, and they see what's coming. So peace out, y'all. See ya in the next one.